important to learn your history, folks. It's important to learn your history. That's why we have statues, to remind us that no country is perfect. The same way no institution is perfect, the same way no individual person is perfect. Right? You're not going to find them in this world. You're not going to find a person without sin. You're not going to find a person without blemish. You're not going to find a person without, any type of transgression in their life. Because that's human nature. There's no perfection in this world outside of Christ Jesus. And as a Christian, that's what I believe. I believe that man is fallen, that we're all subject to sin, right? We're all sinners. But with the capability for growth, for progress, for change, for learning and mutual understanding, that everybody has the capacity to strive for greatness. You can't attain perfection. You can never attain perfection. But excellence, greatness, these are things that you can strive for in this world. These are things you can strive for. So I don't have any kind of, political statement or, anything to announce right now. I just happen to be driving by the park here, and I figured I'd stop in just to point out that the statue of Abraham Lincoln that was dedicated by Frederick Douglass, it's actually the original Lincoln Memorial. This memorial predates, of course everyone knows the main Lincoln Memorial at the other end of town that was put up 1922. This one predates that by about 50 years. And part of it I am not sure what just happened. Yeah, but I was really just talking about how the statue, it's a big part of not only Washington, D.C. history, but I would say also a big part of American history. So you've got a dedication on this statue by Frederick Douglass himself, who was, of course, a leading writer, an advocate for abolition. He later became an advisor for Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War. And isn't it interesting that we're talking about Abraham Lincoln at a time when we're worried about the future of our republic and the future of our system of government, because that's the same crises that Lincoln faced in his time, right? He faced the crisis of losing the republic, and he fought, to preserve it. And now at the same time, we are looking at that. We're seeing a usurpation of the rule of law. And we're seeing a situation now where, because of politics, people are picking and choosing. So let's be very clear about this, that this isn't a right-left issue. This isn't a Republican-Democrat issue. It's not a conservative-liberal issue. It's not, how high should taxes be, or should we provide, government health care. No, this isn't that. This situation is, are there groups in this country that rule of law does not apply to because politicians have endorsed their political agenda? That they will let them get away with breaking the law because their political agenda is ascendant, right? And I would argue no. I would argue that no group in America should be before the law, because no one is before the law, right? And I don't care if it's the Tea Party. If they were out there breaking laws, I would say the exact same thing, right? We have a right to peacefully assemble in this country. That's our First Amendment. But you do not have a right, that's lawful assembly. You do not have a right to unlawful assembly. You do not have a right to tear down statues like the Lincoln statue behind me. You do not have a right to commit crimes. Do you have any right to commit crimes? Right? Laws, either laws are applied equally or we have no laws, right? And it's as simple as that. Either laws are applied equally or we have no laws. And I don't care who the group is. Left, right, center, doesn't matter. You gotta be equal before the law. Blind justice. That's what we're talking about. So if we don't have that, we don't have our country. Simple as that. If we don't have that, we don't have our country. You tear down our history, and that's why in a cultural revolution they attack history first. So in every cultural revolution throughout all of human history, they attack the history of their area, whether it's the Reign of Terror in France, whether it's under Robespierre, whether it's the Bolshevik Revolution with Lenin and then Stalin, whether it's Chairman Mao and the Communist Revolution, or whether it's Pol Pot and the Khmer Rouge, right? The Year Zero agenda. They attack history first. They say that people were in history were flawed and therefore they must be erased. Saul Alinsky wrote about this when he said you have to single out people, you have to isolate them, and you have to attack them with ad hominems, right? And you saw that happen with me. Here I am last Friday, just a couple of days ago, out here at the park, trying to just cover an event for One American News, and then get attacked by Antifa, and I saw people saying, well, he works for One American News, and he's a conservative, and he said something mean on Twitter to Democrats once. It's like, well, hold on, excuse me, right? No. You don't get to break the law, right? Right? You don't have to support One American News. You don't have to like Donald Trump. You don't have to vote, for any certain person. That's fine. That's the United States of America. You have freedom of expression, freedom of choice, vote your will. That's all great, but you don't get to assault people for standing still in a public park. No, don't get to do that. And it's just incredible how they do it. They immediately start doing it. And they say, well, he shouldn't be allowed here because he's a Trump supporter. I'm just standing here. Well, but you're a Trump supporter in public. Excuse me? Like, public park. Right. Standing here silently recording the event that's going on. That's the law, right? That is the law. So anyway, just wanted to come back today and kind of show what's going on here, and wish all of you a wonderful week. It is going to be the 4th of July very soon, so we're all very excited about that. And what better time? This may be one of the most important 4th of Julys. One of the most important 4th of Julys in a long time. Because this year it's time to celebrate your country and stand up for your country at a time when people are telling you that America is evil, that America is flawed, that America must be brought down low. This is the time to celebrate the 4th of July. So, I'd simply say that to everybody, all sides, whatever aisle you're in, or if you're not, you consider yourself independent, fly your flag on 4th of July. Just put it up. Just put it up. And I would, if you're on Twitter, put that flag in your bio. If you're on Parler, put that flag in your bio. And a lot of people are going to Parler these days. So yeah, just fly your flags. Get them up. Get them up, folks. Flags up. Flags up for the 4th. Flags up for the 4th. That's all I'm saying. Put your flag up for the 4th. It's a simple statement. There's no politics associated with it. I'm not saying go support any one candidate. I'm not endorsing anybody or anything like that. It's just, if I endorse anything, it's the United States of America. I endorse the United States of America. Get your flag up. Flags up for the 4th, all right? That's the movement. Happy Independence Day. A little early, but happy Independence Day. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, you have my permission to lay ashore. P.S. Tune in to the Taylor Marshall Show today. I hear that he's going to be having on a very special guest.